Welcome to the Consultator Show. And today we got something very special in store for you. We're going to talk about something that everybody has an opinion on. Everybody always got something to say about this situation. And everybody feels as though their opinion is the right and correct answer to it. Let's get straight to it. One thing for certain, two things for sure. I understand what my purpose is, and that's to leave a legacy. What's the best firearm to use for home defense? Is it a pistol, a PCC, a shotgun, an AR-15, or the AK-47? Let's dive into it.
Every option has strengths. Every option has trade-offs. Let's start with the most common choice.
First up is the pistol. This is what most people already have. And for YouTube Client Magazine, empty, none of that. All right, it's easy to store and it's compact, which this bad boy isn't compact. It's full size and it's easy to operate with one hand if needed. That matters, especially if you have to move your family around or if you're calling for help, you know what I mean? But let's keep it real. Pistols require skill. That's why I preach train. Short barrel, smaller grip, you gotta train to be accurate under pressure. So yeah, it's convenient, but it demands discipline. And that's something that some of y'all may be lacking in. So up your training level, fellas.
Simple, mobile, effective, but only if you put the time in. Now let's step into something with a little more power.
Now we're talking about the shotgun, the almighty shotgun. Everybody know what that is, especially when you hear that sound that sends chills down your spine. When you hear that sound, people get to running, or they have second thoughts about what they're ready to get into. Now that shotgun is a very powerful firearm, and it's also good for home defense because you can have double-aught bucks, which tend to have 9 to 12 size 9mm BBs in each shell, which produce a spread. So all you gotta do is point and shoot, right? Or you can have slugs in your shotgun, which in my opinion, slugs can also over-penetrate, go through walls, hit things that you don't intend to hit. Shotguns are most effectively in close range encounters. Up close and personal, point blank range, yeah, that's what shotguns tend to excel in. But don't get it twisted, you still gotta aim. Point and shoot can't help, but when you pull it up and look down them sights, you definitely can hit that target. So you need to train with your shotgun, as well as any other firearm that you use for home defense. Because without training, you could be a sitting duck in your own home. Now that recoil on that shotgun, it's not meant for everybody. Because you can hold that thing up, and when you go to let loose, you knock the socks off. You could end up being in that floor instead of your intended target. So you gotta be careful what you're using when you're in your home defense situation.
If you can handle it, it's a force to be reckoned with. But what if you want control without all that recoil?
That's where the PCC come in. Pistol caliber carbine, for those of y'all who don't know. You get the same type of ammo as your handgun, whether it's 9mm, 45, 10mm, 5.7 even, but with way more stability, less recoil, more accuracy, easy handling. This is one of the most beginner-friendly setups out there for those of y'all who can't with one hand with your pistol. Get yourself a PCC. You can stay on target and stay in control, especially in tight places when you got to bend them corners in your crib, you feel me?
Balanced, smooth, easy to manage. Now let's step into something faster, lighter, and highly customizable.
Now we're talking AR-15. A lot of people misunderstand this platform, but it's actually one of the easiest to use and manipulate. AR-15 is actually one of my favorite platforms to use. The reason being, you got a wide selection of aftermarket parts, and you could customize it to any way you see fit. You can add lights, lasers, red dots, slings. You could put a flamethrower at the bottom if you really wanted to. It's a lot of things you could do to your AR-15, man. Sky's is the limit when it comes to this platform. An AR-15 has a light recoil and it's highly accurate. Once you look down them sights with that light recoil, you can send that first round and you get right back on target and you can start sending rounds down range, man, and hitting exactly what you intended to hit. So is the AR-15 actually good for you to use in a home defense situation? Only you can answer that question, because you got to take in consideration your environment, because those rounds tend to zip through things, bricks, center blocks even, depending on the round, or definitely sheetrock. It could go from one room to the next room and hit something you don't intend to hit. So you gotta ask yourself, is this the round or the platform that I really need to use for a home defense situation? Only you can answer that question.
Precision meets performance, but control and awareness are key. Now let's talk about a rifle built for durability.
The AK-47, better known in Richtown, VA, the chopper. Chopper. Known for its reliability worldwide. This thing is built to run no matter what. I'm sorry, I'm an AR-15 guy at the end of the day, but I gotta give the K its flowers. That thing will bang no matter what the circumstances is. But for home defense, you gotta think twice. Recoil is a lot heavier rounds, like that faux fizzle, more difficult to maneuver indoors with. So this isn't really designed for tight, close quarter situations, but it's powerful enough to put you on your back pockets. No doubt, but not always practical inside a home defense situation. So use your noggin.
Final thoughts. So what's really the best firearm you use for home defense? The truth is, only you can answer that question. With every situation you in comes with a great responsibility. And only you can sit down and go through that situation when the time occurs. So think wisely. Do some drills with your family members. Go through different scenarios when it comes to a home defense situation. Have things planned out. Stay ready so you won't have to get ready. So the best option is whatever you use the most that you feel comfortable with and you have control over. But hey, don't let couch potato try to tell you, I'm not here for that. I'm only here to bring some key points to you to think about. Had a light bulb going off in your head like, should I really use this firearm for home defense? Only you know. So stay ready so you won't have to get ready. Stay safe and dangerous, people. So protect your home and protect your people. Protect your family and treat people equal. Signing out is your boy Couch Potato.
One thing for certain, two things for sure. I understand what my purpose is, and that's to leave a legacy. One thing for certain, two things for sure. I understand what my